Imagine for a moment a life where you effortlessly attract wealth, success, and fulfillment. A life where your deepest desires and dreams manifest with ease, and you wake up each day with a profound sense of joy and purpose. What if I told you that this life is not only possible but is your birthright? That by simply shifting your mindset and acting as if you're already surrounded by abundance, you can transform your reality and create the life you've always yearned for. You see, the power to manifest abundance lies within each and every one of us. It's not about chasing after wealth or success, but rather embodying the very essence of abundance in every moment. When you begin to live as if you're already wealthy, successful, and fulfilled, you set in motion a powerful chain of events that draws these experiences into your life like a magnet. But how do we cultivate this abundance mindset? How do we break free from the shackles of scarcity and limitation that have held us back for so long? The answer lies in understanding and applying a few key principles that have the power to revolutionize it. By the end of this speech, you'll have the tools and knowledge. You need to start living a life of true abundance, one that is overflowing with joy, prosperity, and endless possibility. So let's dive in and explore the transformative power of acting as if you are surrounded by abundance. The foundation of creating a life of abundance lies in understanding and mastering the law of assumption. This powerful principle states that whatever you assume to be true, whether consciously or unconsciously, will manifest in your reality. In other words, your assumptions create your world. Have you ever noticed how when you assume the worst about a situation, it often comes to pass? Or how when you expect to have a bad day, you see to attract one challenge after another? This is the law of assumption in action. Your assumptions, whether positive or negative, have a profound impact on your experiences. But here's the good news. Just negative assumptions can manifest challenges. Positive assumptions can manifest blessings. When you begin to assume that you are surrounded by abundance, that wealth and success are your natural state, you start to see evidence of this truth all around you. For example, let's say you are currently struggling financially. Instead of assuming that money is scarce and hard to come by, what if you assume that money flows to you easily and effortlessly? What if you assume that opportunities for wealth and prosperity are everywhere, just waiting for you to seize them? By shifting your assumption, you open yourself up to noticing and attracting these opportunities. But how do we change our assumptions, especially when we've been conditioned to think a certain way for so long? The key lies in your imagination. Your imagination is the tool through which you can create new assumptions and beliefs. Start by taking a few moments each day to vividly imagine yourself living the life you desire. See yourself surrounded by abundance in every area, from your finances to your relationships to your health. Engage all of your senses in this vision, making it as real and tangible as possible. The more you immerse yourself in this abundant reality in your imagination, the more you will begin to embody it in your everyday life. Another powerful technique for shifting your assumptions is affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself, such as, I am a magnet for wealth and success, or abundance flows to me easily and effortlessly. By consistently repeating these statements, you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind to remember, your assumptions create your reality. By assuming abundance, you will begin to see it manifest in your life in countless ways. But this is just the beginning. To truly harness the power of the law of assumption, we must dive deeper into the power of our imagination and the concept of living in the end. As we continue to explore these principles, I invite you to start playing with your assumptions. Notice the assumptions you currently hold about yourself and your life, and begin to consciously shift them towards abundance. Assume the best, expect miracles, and watch as your world begins to transform before your very eyes. Now that we've explored the law of assumption and how our assumptions create our reality, let's dive deeper into the power of our imagination. Your imagination is not just a tool for fantasy and daydreaming, but a potent force for manifesting the life you desire. Think back to when you were a child, how vivid and boundless your imagination was. You could create entire worlds in your mind, and everything seemed possible. As we grow older, we often lose touch with this innate power letting our imaginations become dull and limited by the constraints of the real world. But what if I told you that your imagination is the key to unlocking a life of abundance? You see, your imagination is the bridge between the unseen world of pure potential and the physical world of manifestation. When you imagine something vividly and with emotion, you are sending a clear signal to the universe that this is the reality you desire. The universe, in turn, begins to conspire to bring this reality into being. So how can we harness the power of our imagination to manifest abundance? The first step is to make time each day to engage in vivid, sensory-rich visualization. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and begin to imagine your ideal life in as much detail as possible. Imagine yourself living your dream home, driving your dream car, and doing work that fills you with joy and purpose. Imagine your bank account overflowing with abundance and feel the sense of security and freedom that comes with financial prosperity. Imagine your relationships flourishing, filled with love, laughter, and deep connection. As you engage in this visualization practice, make sure to bring in all of your senses. What does your dream life look like, feel like, smell like, taste like, and sound like? The more vivid and sensory rich your imagination, the more powerful the manifestation process becomes. Another key aspect of using your imagination to manifest abundance is to focus on the feeling of already having what you desire. Instead of imagining a future where you are abundant, imagine that you are already living in that abundant reality. How does it feel to wake up each day knowing that all of your needs and desires are met? How does it feel to have the freedom to do what you love, to travel, to give generously, and to live life on your own terms? By consistently imagining and feeling the reality of abundance, you begin to shift your subconscious beliefs about what is possible for you. You start to break down the limiting beliefs that have held you back, such as I'll never be wealthy or I'm not good enough to live an abundant life. In their place, new beliefs begin to take root, beliefs that support and affirm your inherent worthiness and capacity for abundance. As you continue to harness the power of your imagination, you may find that challenges and obstacles arise. This is a natural part of the manifestation process, as your old beliefs and patterns resist the new reality you are creating. When this happens, simply return to your imagination and reaffirm the truth of your abundant life. See these challenges as opportunities for growth and transformation, and trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor. Remember, your imagination is the most powerful tool you possess for creating a life of abundance. By consistently engaging in vivid visualization and embodying the feeling of already being abundant, you will begin to see your outer world shift to match your inner vision. So let your imagination run wild, dream big, and trust in the power of your own creative potential. As we continue to explore the power of our imagination in manifesting abundance, there's a crucial concept that can accelerate your results exponentially. This concept is known as living in the end, and it's a fundamental principle for creating the life you desire. So what exactly does it mean to live in the end? Put simply, it means assuming the feeling of your wish already being fulfilled. It means embodying the state of being you would have if you were already living your ideal life and thinking, feeling, and acting from that state. Many of us make the mistake of constantly focusing on what we lack, on the gap between where we are now and where we want to be. We tell ourselves, I'll be happy when I have more money, or I'll feel successful when I get that promotion. But by doing this, we're placing our happiness and fulfillment in a distant future that never quite arrives. Living in the end flips this script. Instead of waiting for outer circumstances to change, before we allow ourselves to feel abundant, we start by embodying abundance within. We shift our focus from lack to gratitude, from scarcity to sufficiency. We start to appreciate all the ways in which we are already rich, already blessed, already successful. One powerful way to embody this state of abundance is through the practice of gratitude. Each day, take time to write down everything you're grateful for, from the simple joys of a warm cup of coffee to the profound blessings of health, love, and life itself. As you focus on gratitude, you'll find that your perception of reality begins to shift. You'll start to see abundance everywhere, even in the midst of challenges. Another key aspect of living in the end is to act as if your desires are already manifest. This doesn't mean pretending or being inauthentic, but rather aligning your actions with the truth of your abundant nature. For example, if you desire financial prosperity, start by giving generously to others, even in small ways. If you desire a loving relationship, start by treating yourself with love and compassion. By acting in alignment with your desires, you send a powerful signal to the universe that you are ready to receive them. Of course, living in the end isn't always easy, especially when our current circumstances seem far from our ideal. This is where persistence and faith come in. Even when doubts arise, even when challenges come your way, continue to return to the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Continue to embody the state of abundance, trusting that your outer reality will soon catch up. Remember, your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. By consistently living in the end, by feeling and embodying the reality of your desires, you are reprogramming your subconscious to accept this new reality as truth. And as your subconscious beliefs shift, your outer world cannot help but follow suit. So start today by asking yourself, what would I think, feel, and do if my wishes were already fulfilled? How would I carry myself if I were already living a life of true abundance? Then start to embody those qualities, those feelings, those actions. Live as if your dreams are already your reality, and watch as the universe conspires to make it so. Living in the end is a powerful tool for manifestation, but it's not the end of the story. To truly create a life of lasting abundance, we must also learn to put abundance into action, to live generously and to inspire others through our example. As we've explored the principles of the law of assumption, the power of imagination, and the transformative practice of living in the end, you may be wondering, how can I put these principles into action in my daily life? How can I truly embody abundance and make it a tangible reality? The answer lies in living generously and focusing on giving. When you live in a state of abundance, you recognize that there is more than enough for everyone, and that by giving freely, you open yourself up to receiving even more. This isn't about giving with the expectation of getting something in return, but rather giving from a place of pure joy and gratitude. One simple way to start living generously is by practicing random acts of kindness. This could be as simple as buying coffee for the person behind you in line, offering a sincere compliment to a stranger, or dedicating time to volunteer for a cause you believe in. As you focus on giving, you'll find that your own cup begins to overflow with blessings. Another powerful way to put abundance into action is by reframing challenges as opportunities. When faced with obstacles or setbacks, it's easy to slip into a scarcity mindset, focusing on what we lack or what isn't working. But what if you chose to see these challenges as chances to grow, to learn, and to expand your capacity for abundance? For example, let's say you're faced with an unexpected financial expense. Instead of dwelling on the lack of funds, you could choose to see this as an opportunity to trust in the universe's provision, to get creative with your resources, and to affirm your ability to attract abundance. By shifting your perspective, you open yourself up to new possibilities and solutions. As you continue to live generously and reframe challenges, you'll find that abundance begins to permeate every area of your life. Your relationships will deepen as you give freely of your time, attention, and love. Your work will flourish as you approach it with a sense of passion and purpose, knowing that your efforts are making a difference in the world. Your health will improve as you nourish yourself with gratitude and self-care, recognizing the abundance of your body and mind. But the impact of living in abundance doesn't stop with you. As you embody these principles, you become a living example of what's possible when we align ourselves with the truth of our abundant nature. Your joy, your generosity, and your success will inspire others to seek out a life of abundance for themselves. Imagine the ripple effect that could occur if each of us committed to living in abundance, to giving freely, and to seeing challenges as opportunities. Imagine how our world could transform from one of scarcity and competition to one of sufficiency and collaboration. Imagine the impact we could have on future generations, teaching them to live in harmony with the abundant nature of the universe. This is the invitation that stands before you now, to step into your true power as a creator, to align yourself with the principles of abundance, and to live each day with joy, gratitude, and generosity. It's not always easy, and it requires consistent practice and dedication. But the rewards are immeasurable, not just for you, but for all those whose lives you touch. So start today by asking yourself, how can I put abundance into action in my life? How can I give more freely, love more deeply, and live more fully? Then take one small step in that direction, trusting that the universe will meet you with boundless support and provision. Remember, you are an embodiment of abundance, a living expression of the universe's infinite potential. By aligning yourself with this truth and living from a place of generosity and faith, you become a powerful force for transformation in your own life and in the world around you. So let your light shine and watch as abundance flows to and through you in ever-expanding ways. As we come to the close of our exploration into the life-changing power of acting as if you are surrounded by abundance, let's take a moment to reflect on the key principles we've discovered along the way. We began by understanding the law of assumption, recognizing that our assumptions create our reality. By choosing to assume abundance, we open ourselves up to limitless possibilities and opportunities. We then delve into the power of imagination, recognizing that our thoughts and mental images are the blueprints for our physical reality. By consistently imagining ourselves living a life of abundance, we begin to manifest that reality in tangible ways. From there, we explored the concept of living in the end, embodying the feeling of our wishes already being fulfilled. By aligning our thoughts, emotions, and actions with the truth of our abundant nature, we accelerate the manifestation process and attract our desired relief. Finally, we discussed the importance of putting abundance into action, living generously and seeing challenges as opportunities for growth. By giving freely and approaching life with a sense of curiosity and possibility, we become a living example of abundance in action. But this is just the beginning. The principles we've explored today are not just concepts to be understood intellectually, but truth to be embodied and lived each day. The journey of abundance is one of consistent practice, of aligning ourselves again and again with the truth of our inherent worthiness and potential. So, as you leave here today, I invite you to make a commitment to yourself, a commitment to living a life of true abundance. Start by taking one small step, whether it's practicing gratitude, engaging in vivid visualization, or performing a random act of kindness. Trust that each step, no matter how small, is leading you towards a life of ever-expanding joy, fulfillment, and prosperity. Remember, you are an infinite being, a creator of your own reality. By aligning yourself with the principles of abundance and living from a place of faith and generosity, you become a powerful force for transformation in your own life and in the world around you. So go forth with confidence, knowing that the universe is conspiring in your favor, that abundance is your birthright, and that a life beyond your wildest dreams is waiting for you to claim it. Embrace your true power, live boldly, and know that you are always surrounded by abundance.
Thank you.